Here we go. Yes, 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 and we are back with another segment. I am Erik, the host. We are at Casa Guadalupe for the Dusk Till Dawn teen event. We got some community members here putting on some activities for the kids. We're going to be here from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., and I'm going to be doing interviews and testimonials throughout the night, as well as some live footage. But we are up here with another guest. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Andrea Wilson, and I am humbled to be the education director. I've been here. It's going to be 10 years tomorrow.
Wow.
Exactly.
You know what? We're going to give you one of those.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, how did you get into this line of work? I mean, running a community center might not sound like, oh, that's what I want to be when I grow up. But you do very, very rewarding work, I'm sure.
Yes. I started out as a classroom teacher in South America.
Wow.
I was born in Guyana. Started pretty young, and I've always understood somehow the power of community, even as you are striving to elevate, that it's not a single journey, it's not a path that you go on solo. And I've always leveraged those connections. I started out by doing community style dance, drama, theater, anything to do with the arts. After school programming has always been a part of my education journey and my professional journey.
So when did you come here?
I came here about 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you've been doing this ever since when you got here?
No, I'm trained as a certified medical assistant. I worked in urgent care, surgical care, so I have always been interested in the intersections of education and medical care and health and well-being in general. So
Okay. I like that. You spent pretty much your entire life in service of others.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That is beautiful. A lot of people don't want to do anything but for themselves. So to dedicate your life to not only children but people all over, that is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
No problem. So how did this night like this come about? How do you get this crazy idea to pack out the building with a bunch of kids and we're like, hey, we're gonna do something vastly different than these kids have ever experienced?
Excellent question. One of my practices, I'm trained as a health sciences researcher too.
Okay.
And I have totally been on a journey of understanding how research can be immediately impactful.
Yes.
For the communities that we serve. And one of the ways that I've discovered how to do that is through the arts. But I also leverage my research skills to listen and to sit and to observe and to take in information that would allow us to do something. So bridging that gap between research and practice is a big concern for me. So during the summertime, to get to your question, during the summertime I did an arts-based interaction that evolved from a grant we got through the United Way. It's a teen innovation grant, and it allows us to utilize the arts to provide support for our teens and our young people. And because of one of those interactions, in listening to how our kids were responding to the arts-based prompts, I understood where some gaps were. And I understood even more why there is a critical concern about our young people. And September, we just wrapped up Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month, and we have been touched over the last year, unfortunately. And we continue to strive to find things that would allow the community to see our teens and not just their struggles, but to see that there is resilience, that there is hope, And our teens also need to see that. They also need to be brought into the light in ways that are uplifting and that are powerful and that would let them know we are all here for you
Yes.
and we see you and you're a part of our community, right? Because every single one of them, we need them
Yeah,
if we're going to lift our village, right?
I agree.
Yeah, so I always say when we think about the old adage, it takes a village to raise a child,
Yes.
I always say it takes every single one of our children to raise our village. So if we are going to elevate as a community, and not just in small pockets, but that collective lift, it is necessary for every single child, every teen to be brought to the light and for them to see their light.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's very deep as well. That is because, as you said, there's always this thing where like people can plan to death. They could have a million ideas, but are they being executed? And then if they are being executed, are they impactful?
Yeah.
Everything I've seen so far tonight is impactful. Not only is it being executed, but I also think it's impactful, from self-defense to the financial literacy. Now we have someone being able to helping them gauge when they're in danger, when they're not in danger, how to differentiate between what's safe and what's unsafe. You know, these are all skills that they're going to need for the rest of their lives. I love that. I absolutely love that. And I'm grateful to be part of this.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
One when she told me this, when she said 6 to 6, I was like,
And
oh.
that's the thing, right? We understand, first of all, with young people, you can't be boring. You can't do run of the mill. But we also understand this really driving need to flip the script on certain things. So another thing that we recognize is the disconnection that happens for our youth from Friday evening. They're out of school, that network, that support that they have, even for our after school program. Now they're left to reconnect again on Monday, right? For most of them. And those hours could be really a struggle or a challenge for a lot of our young people.
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons. Literally, we wanted to shine that light throughout the night, bring that awareness that regardless of if you're at home, we're not there physically, but we're always there.
Yeah, I love that. I know as a kid, I grew up here in Allentown as well, single parent household and things like that. And I know that like on the weekends, my mom was working and it was me, my older sister and my younger brother. And we were left to govern ourselves and care for ourselves for hours. You know, and some of these kids, luckily I had an older sister and a younger brother, so there was 3 of us, but some of these children are probably only children, and then they have to deal with that same thing, but by themselves on the weekends and things like that. So I love that there's this awareness from everybody that's part of Casa Guadalupe that there's needs that fall under the radar when we speak about how can we help the youth.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to the pastor earlier today, and he was talking about they had started receiving donations of food, and then they would just catch kids on the pass by. Hey, would you like a little snack bag to go? And he said at first it was a little weird. He said, but we've been doing it for 2 months, and now we're running out of food before all the kids are getting over there. You know, and that just goes to show, like, even though many people might not be talking about food insecurity, there's a food insecurity issue.
Yes.
You know, so just parts of the conversation that should be had that aren't being had, you guys are doing it.
Yes, thank you. And it is important for us to keep our hearts and our ears on the ground. I always say you got to listen, you got to be a part of the kids, you got to be a part, if it's the seniors, whatever population that you're serving, you got to be there side by side in the ways that you feel most authentic, right? So you find those pathways that would allow you to traverse those pathways with your community in ways that you feel strongest, in ways that you feel that you're bringing your best self. And in those pathways is where the real learning and the real connection happens, because the kids will tell you,
Yeah.
sometimes not always openly, but if you bring things in like the arts and even, all the things that we're doing here this evening, there are so many things we're going to learn tonight. I've already been learning so many things, and that's what those things drive our next level and our next series of actions. And when people ask, like you asked, where did this come from? It came from them. All right, and they helped us to shape what this would look like tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. Some of tonight, or most of tonight, is a direct correlation to their feedback of things that you guys
Yes.
have done in the past.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So you guys are listening. You guys are also listening to what their needs.
Yeah.
You're not just I absolutely love that. I think this is one of the areas where traditional education fails our kids every single day, year after year. Is that they teach what they want to teach. They teach in the form that they want to teach, but they're not taking heed to the different generations of kids that are coming into their doors and what they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. It's very hard to focus on schoolwork when I'm hungry.
Yes.
It is. That's the reality. You want me to behave, and I'm having a lot of issues at home between my mom and her boyfriend, or my mom and her and the father, whatever the case may be. And I love the fact that you're listening to the children and you're basing the programs that you're implementing based off of them.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, we can have, and we have a phenomenal, like you could see, a staff, a team. Our team is expansive, community partners, and the best people show up here all the time, wanting to do the work, wanting to connect with the kids, and all the programs that we have here. And it's been really amazing, as I said in the beginning, very humbling that people just come here with their hearts, like, what can we do? And they spend time in the classroom, and then they give us ideas, through connecting with the kids. And they say, I think we could bring this, and we've never done this. And we innovate like crazy around here.
I mean, shoot, you're bringing a podcasting class
Yes.
to these children, and that's awesome. And I'm grateful to be a part of that, because that's very, very different. I do the podcast just so I can give people an opportunity to share their story.
Yeah.
Because I think even though we're not rich, famous, or, got a big social media following, all of our experiences are dope because they're unique.
Yes.
They're all very different, and everybody has value in their stories and their experience, whether they see it or they don't. So I'm very grateful that I get to bring my message and what I'm passionate about to the children with your help.
Thank you so much, and we hope that this connection continues and that your presence here also becomes a part of the story that our next, whatever is the next will be shaped by what is evolving here. So
I'm sure it will.
truly happy.
I'm sure it will.
Thank you.
Is there? I got one final question before I let you go.
Yeah.
So you've been serving this community. You serve a lot of the children that go to the school right down the street and live in these neighborhoods. What does Casa need from the community to continue to do the work that it's been doing and provide new things for the children in the community?
Well, just based on a lot of what I've said before, we really look for the connections first, and we welcome people to come in. Like, we are building and strengthening a powerful collaborative landscape for our families, with our families. We're doing it together. We're doing it with the community. Like, we would want people to just come in, because it always sort of makes me a little sad when people ask me, "Oh, where is Casa Guadalupe? What do you guys do there?" I'm like, "Come on over, come on over."
I think that's the one thing you guys could do more of, is let people know that you're doing incredible work.
Yes.
Incredible work. I read like comment sections on Facebook, and people have very, very skewed visions of the people in Allentown and the work that's being done for the people in Allentown, kids and adults alike.
Okay.
And I think the biggest issue is the fact that people just don't know. I'm not sure how we can go about letting people know that these things are happening and you can be a part of it. But I would like to be a part of letting people know that this is happening and you can be a part of it, because the more hands we have to invest with the children, I think the better off we're all gonna be.
Yes.
Not only in our households with our children, not only in the classroom, but just in society, because we're helping to mold these children.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So yes, we're interested in the collective thriving of our community, and just having people come in, sit with us, talk with us, walk through, see what is happening.
So if you're in the
Connect
area,
with the
pop
mission.
in.
Yes.
Pop in.
Just come on over. We're always open and welcome to anyone coming in, checking us out, seeing what's happening, because we want to share what we're doing. What we're doing, we want those things to be replicated in all parts, the things that are uplifting.
Yes.
Come and talk to us about it, see how we're doing it, and add your piece. That's how we...
If there's anything that, if somebody goes, hey, what do you guys do at Casa Guadalupe? Can you let can you give some things that you guys do here at Casa?
Of course, we have a comprehensive after-school program, runs every day according to the school district's calendar.
Okay.
And
That's
then,
good.
yes, we have a summer program as well, intense 6 weeks program. All of our programs here, by the way, are free. And we have a really robust senior program. So we have seniors coming in every day. And the meals are here, the community is here, they build families, it feels like a family throughout.
I can attest to that.
Yes, well, thank you. So we're very welcoming. We also provide social services, and really we coordinate services as well. So if you're coming in and there are things that you might need, we're starting to boost our young adult program, and you will see coming on board very shortly. We're starting a focus on arts as a well-being strategy. We're launching our arts cafes in collaboration with the Relic. So please look out for those things. We'll be having open mics, spoken word.
Oh, this is all. I see. I didn't know about any of these things.
Yes.
And I already have a connection.
Yes, so we have a winter showcase for our seniors planning. We have our arts cafes coming online. So I know you'll be around here a lot. So.
Whole lot of dope stuff happening. Yes. All right. Is there any final thoughts you want to leave the people with? Anything that we didn't cover?
I'm always very blessed to have the opportunity to remind people of how important every person is in this work, on this mission, that there is nothing that we do that is for, it's not a single person job, and we understand that, and that's why we bring the community in, and tonight is a demonstration of hope, of collective action, of purposeful action, of what happens when we just take a moment and say, let's tune in, listen, and then do, right? So lots of discussion and planning, but we have to move beyond those plans and the discussions and all of that, and put boots on the ground.
Exactly.
All right?
I love it.
Thank you so very much
Thank
for having me.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. All right, guys. This is Andrea. Make sure you come down to Casa Guadalupe. If you're in the area, come check out all the dope things they're up to. Come be a part of the community. Come help grow the community, and come help shape young minds. But yeah, man, we're going to get back to the festivities, and we'll be back up with some more guests. Peace.
Thank you.